In the days when the Mughals were torturing, converting and killing millions of Hindus each day, the Pandits of Kashmir had been given an ultimatum to convert or die. For help they travelled through the mountain passes of Kashmir to the cave at Amarnath, to seek the guidance of Shiva. In the cave with the lingam of ice, the leader of the Pandits received a vision from Shiva that advised that they seek an audience with Guru Teg Bahadur Ji. The delegation, said to number 500, walked to Anandpur Sahib and requested Guru Teg Bahadur Ji's help. Overhearing the serious nature of the conversation, Guruji's 9-year-old son Gobind Rai Ji asked his father what the problem was. The Guru told his son of the Pandit's dilemma, telling him that it would take a holy man literally willing to lay down his life in intercession. Young Gobind Rai said to his father, "Who would be better than you to defend these poor Brahmins?" Guru Teg Bahadur Ji decided to stand up for the Pandits' right of freedom of worship and told the delegation to send a message to Aurangzeb that if he could first convince Guru Teg Bahadur to become a Muslim, that they too would gladly convert. Guruji nominated Gobind Rai as his successor and left for Delhi with 3 other Sikhs who well knew the danger they would be facing. Bhai Sati Das, Bhai Mati Das and Bhai Dil Das along with their guru were, along the way, arrested and taken in chains to Delhi. There Guruji and his 3 companions were tortured and not given food for several days. Under Emperor Aurangzeb's orders, Guru Teg Bahadur was to be beheaded. It was decided to first try to convert the Guru's 3 companions, but as each refused, it was decided to kill the Guru's companions before his eyes in the thought that the sight of their suffering might shake his resolve and incline him to save himself by agreeing to embrace Islam. Bhai Mati Das was chosen first. He was led out in chains to Chandni Chowk under heavy guard. Through all of this he was calm, with his face beaming with glory. He walked with the gait of a mighty hero, like a superior walking among inferiors. His whole bearing showed wonderful self-confidence and self-satisfaction. A large crowd had gathered already in Chandni Chowk. A number of cases accompanied him, apparently saying something to him. But he neither listened nor heard. His mind was wholly fixed on God who he was eager to meet. No eyes were dry. All observers were filled with reverence and admiration for that tall, strong, calm, and holy man of God. They shuddered at the thought of what was about to happen to him. The spot fixed for his execution was reached. The guard and the cases halted, with Bhai Mati Das in their midst. The chief Qazi then said to Bhai Mati Das, "O brave young man, be wise. This is my last appeal to your common sense. Why throw away your youthful life and all the joys it may bring? Accept Islam, and be one of the ruling class. You will have wealth and high position. You will enjoy a life of peace, plenty and pleasure. When you die, Prophet Muhammad will receive you among the faithful. You will be led into paradise. You will live there forever among pleasure of all kinds. If you refuse to accept all these good things of this world and the next, you will be killed with torture. So be wise and make a wise choice." Bhai Mati Das replied, "Why waste your time and breath? I prefer dying to giving up my faith. Be quick." The Qazi said, "All right, let it be as you desire. But have you any last wish which you would like to be fulfilled before you are killed?" Bhai Mati Das said, "Yes. Stand me with my face toward my Guru. In that way I shall behold him to the last moments of my life here." His wish was granted. He was made to stand with his face toward the Guru. He was tightly tied between 2 erect flat logs of wood. A saw was placed on his head. Each end of it was held by a fierce-looking Pathan. The saw began to move to and fro. Blood began to flow down Bhai Mati Das's face and neck. He did not utter any cry of pain. His face showed no sign of suffering. He was calmly repeating Japji. His body was sawn into 2, he was thus martyred. After having martyred Bhai Mati Das, the cases turned to Bhai Dil Das. They led him to the spot where Bhai Mati Das had been sawn into 2. He was told to see what had happened to his companion. He was advised to be wiser. He was told of joys and pleasures he could enjoy by accepting Islam. He was told what would happen to him if he refused to become a Muslim. Bidildas heard all this. He did not feel nervous or afraid. He remained firm in his resolve. Then he said, "My misguided friends, do you think that you have killed my brother, Bimatidas? If so, you are mistaken. You have not killed him. You have given him everlasting life. He has become immortal. He will live forever in the hearts of men. He will be a source of inspiration to others. Many like him will rise and follow his example. A time will come when you and your emperor will be no more, but Bimatidas will be yet alive. I will not give up my faith. The pleasures which you offer have no charm for me. The tortures with which you have threatened me have no terrors for me. Be quick and send me to where my brother, Bimatidas, has gone to live forever in the lap of the Lord." "All right," said the chief Qazi, "be ready." He was seated in a large boiling vessel, which was then filled with water. Then they lit fire to the wood piled beneath. Soon the water began to boil. Bidildas was calm and cool all this while. He stepped into the boiling water, sitting down with no sign of suffering on his face. He did not give out even the faintest cry of pain. He went on repeating Guru's hymns. This went on until his soul left his body to join Bimatidas. Bisutidas was a brother of Bimatidas, who had been the first to be martyred on that day. After putting Bidildas to death, Aurangzeb's men took out Bisutidas from the prison. He was told to see what had happened to his two companions. "If you don't want to suffer what they have suffered," they said, "give up your kufr or false faith, and embrace Islam, the only religion acceptable to God. Be wise, make a wise choice. If you embrace Islam, you will be given a high position and plenty of pleasures. Make up your mind." Bisutidas, firm as a rock in his resolve, told the Qazi and his men that he was eager to join his martyred companions. Under the Qazi's orders, Bisutidas was wrapped in cotton, which had been soaked in oil. The cotton was then set afire, and as the fire roared around him, his face was calm and cheerful, as he continued reciting the Guru's hymns. Through all of this, Guruji had watched as his Sikhs were one by one tortured in such hideous ways, yet he too refused to accept Islam and the return to his court. Then Aurangzeb, perhaps having one last thought to spare such an obvious godly leader, offered him a chance to live if only he would perform a miracle, to confirm his godliness. This too he refused to do, so Guruji was then beheaded in Chandni Chowk on the 11th of November, in 1675. The Guru teaches us that our souls never die, but the memory of souls of men such as these will live for all times, inspiring awe, adoration and reverence, as sublime as ever. Throughout the ages they shall stand like lighthouses in the waves, guiding humanity through storms. They are inspiration of the soul for the rising generation. It behooves us to ever remember such heroes, to preserve and pursue, in our life and practice, the noble principles for which they laid down their lives. We should be firm and sincere in our faith and prefer a life of spiritual joys to a life of flesh and fleshy pleasures.